Yeah, I have to quickly address something. It's the fact that I'm not a psychologist. I'm not a psychologist. I'm not a producer. I'm not a researcher. I'm more than that. I'm more than what my bank balance says I am. I'm more than what my occupation says I am. At the end of the day, yes, I am a psychologist. I have done my bachelor's. I have done my master's. I have had my practice. I have published two research papers in a peer reviewed journal. I have 11 unpublished research papers. And I have been working as a producer for the last 4 years. But does that define me? No. I am a complete man. I am a complete person. I have my own traits, characteristics, personality. I have my own principles, morals. Anything that I stand by is who I am at the end of the day. So, my career does not define me. I define who I am, right? And this month, especially this men's mental health month, we need to address the fact that a lot of men succumb to the idea of who they are based on their career or based on their academics. You, as an adult, are not defined by what your occupation is. You, as a teen or as a child, are not defined by what your marks are. You already are a person. You already are a man. You already have things to deal with apart from your own work, let's say, right? You do get stuck in your own mind thinking most of the time about what you're supposed to be, what you're going to be, who you are supposed to be, what you are supposed to provide. At the end of the day, at the end of your retirement, what you're going to be, what your legacy is going to be. But have you ever sat down and thought about who you are right now? It's because at the end of the day, when you do get the time to sit down and think about who you are, the society is such that once you do sit down, your own family will want you gone. Kafka talks about it in his Metamorphosis, where he says the cockroach, the man of the house, when he becomes a cockroach, he gets bedridden and his own family stops getting any provision from him and they want him gone. At the end of the day, when you retire after 40, 45, 50 years and you sit back and you think that your family loves you, is the moment when they want division of your property and they want you gone as soon as possible because they need to enjoy the fruits of your labor. So, at the end of the day, when your job is done, who are you is defined by what you have provided for them, not for yourself. So, figure a way out where you can think of yourself more than who you are as a person or what you are doing for other people. Think about it. Think about the present. Think about the man you are. Think about what your ideals are, what your morals are, what your principles are, who you are as a person. Because again, you are a complete person. You have your own thoughts, you have your own ideas, you have your own ideologies. You are beyond just marks, you're beyond just bank balance, you're beyond just occupation. You as a man have a place in society, no matter what people tell, no matter what the gender roles are, no matter how much things have changed throughout the years about your own gender roles, but still there is patriarchy in a way that affects you as well, where you are obligated to work your entire life to have the tag of your occupation your entire life. Your occupation decides who you marry, your occupation decides what position you have in your family, your occupation decides your word, your money, your bank balance decides how much your own family members respect you. The only people who probably unbiased in respect you in an unbiased manner are people who maybe you consider your friends. Maybe there are times when you do not provide anything for them, but still they love you unconditionally. Apart from that, I don't think even your child wants money from you for their own growth. And of course, that is 100% justified because they are dependent on you. Your parents want money from you. Your parents want support from you in terms of money because they are also depending on you. They are also growing up. They are also growing old. They deserve responsibility from your side as well. Your wife deserves to be taken care of. Again, I'm talking about gender roles strictly. I'm talking about this in a general term. Your wife also wants money from you because she is dependent on you. This kind of gender roles have led a lot of men to their early graves, and I do not want that for you. I do not want you to be labeled as somebody who is just a provider, who is not more than that, who is not a human being, who is not a complete man, a complete person who deserves respect, who deserves love, who deserves loyalty. There are times where you will be challenged with these things in your own personal life, in your own family, in your own society. But you have to be the one who decides who you are as a person, what rules you have in your own life, what principles you have, what morals you have, what ideals you have, because those are the things that will determine you to be who you are in the longer term. So it's a fact that you as a man have to live your entire life being the one who people rely on, and that's a great thing, that's a beautiful thing, because you at the end of the day feel accomplished. You as if you can provide for that, you at the end of the day feel like you have done the most for your own family, you have done the most for your own wife, you have done the most for your own child, you have done the most for your own parents. But that comes with an idealistic cost of people not considering you to be a person. At that point, you're just a man who provides. So you need to understand that that is one side of society which will look at you as a provider, which will engage you probably in your own gender roles, in your own boxes, where if you do not provide, you are a failure. अभी recently नीट के पेपर लीक हुए, and I'm not saying anything about the administration of or what the actual current situation is. I'm saying people have disappointed themselves enough after something that is not in their hands, that they have committed harsh crimes towards themselves after a paper leak, and they do not deserve that, because there are other things in life other than your career, other than who you are as a person, other than what your goals are, other than what your ambitions are. You are a complete person. सो यू नीड टू अंडरस्टैंड कि अगर ये चीज़, अगर ये ऑप्शन तुम्हारे सामने बंद हो रहा है, अगर ये विंडो तुम्हारे सामने बंद हो रहा है, देन देर आर 100 मोर विंडोज दैट यू कैन जंप थ्रू एंड रीच योर गोल्स, even if this door is closed. You may have to work harder, you may have to work in a different way, but you will get to it eventually. But for that, you need to understand that your career is not the end of your life. If one door closes, you have to figure out other ways to succeed in your life, to have another goal, to have another ambition, to have something else that you may have to jump into from the scratch, and that will be hard, but at least you will live. At least you will stay here with us. You already have people who do love you, even though you may not feel that way. But once you're gone, they will be suffering, and they will be suffering for a very long time. So, focus on yourself. At least this month, focus on yourself. Think about the ways that you can cultivate your own creativity. Think about the ways that you can figure out multiple sources of ambitions for the rest of your life, and figure out in your own heart ways that will make you happy to stay with us. Do not give up on that, right? And for the last time, you're more than your career, you're more than your degrees, you're more than your numbers, you're more than your bank balance. You already are a complete man. Take care. मिलते हैं अगले वीडियो में. Bye.